Alrighty, YouTube, Matt Kennedy here. Welcome in to a special stream. We do have obviously some more cut coming tonight for the Gauntlet gameplay. Obviously tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Time for Madden NFL 25 kickoff. We're going to go ahead here and get the stream set up. We have a great game between Ohio State traveling on the road at Oregon. Oregon, the newest member of the Big Ten. With us today is Moneyman and Brett Cott, two good subs of mine. Gentlemen, I'm going to let you take it away here as I get the stream set up for you two.
Good to be on the call for y'all tonight. Got a good matchup. Battle of top 10 teams.
That's right.
So Oregon's number 2 and Ohio State's number 9, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, well, this is the game of the week right here.
All right, I am pulling up right now, gentlemen. I apologize here. Let me see real quick. Where is it? The link is in there it is. Oh, he's doing it on YouTube. Yeah. Okay. I see. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and mute it. And then...
Hey, yo, OSU, we're getting a lot of background noise.
Oh, my bad.
All right.
There we are.
So you guys can see it now. Is it full screen for you guys?
Yup. It's beautiful.
All right. So if one of you two can text in the general chat to tell me, go ahead, we're good.
Hey, the funny thing is, I have my laptop pulled up with the game on it, just in case.
Yeah, the last thing I'll say before I let you guys go is just make sure you both are watching the Discord stream. That way you're both synced.
Yeah. That's where I am.
All right, let's do it, boys. Have fun. Let's go.
Got OSU setting their playbook.
Okay, so we got to watch the Discord, not the YouTube. Okay. I get off the YouTube, so we're seeing.
See this uniform battle here.
You gotta pull out the Mighty Ducks one, the white one. It was the all white, I think. They just got added. You know you got to pull those out with a primetime game. You know, you see me pull out the all black when I play LSU.
With the alts. Those alts go hard.
Yeah, you got to go with the all black. You got to pull out all the cool uniforms when you're playing primetime.
Oregon ain't in the call though, so.
Yeah, we're gonna tell them to go get the go pull out the Mighty Ducks, the all white one, the all white. I seen the Mighty Ducks one. I was like, man, those are clean right there.
Custom. Oh, we got a custom playbook here.
Yeah, I can't tell everybody who I be using. Oh, is he pulling them out, the Mighty Ducks? Yeah, he might be pulling out the Mighty Ducks. Yeah, I can't be telling everybody the playbook I use because dudes will know it.
Gang green custom. All right, I love this jersey battle here. All right, let's get this game underway.
State City got all black. Okay.
We're ready.
All right, let's get it going. All right, fellas, we have a game going on. Number 2, Oregon versus number 9, Ohio State. We're trying to see who wins this to try to claim the Big Ten championship coming through down at the line, down on the line.
We got the Wolverines who are idle this week. J-Cam having a keen eye on this game. Winner of this game most likely will be headed to the Big Ten Championship. So a lot of the line here between these two top 10 teams. What do you think the keys to victory are for Ohio State and Oregon in this game?
Okay, I'll say for Ohio State, we know this guy is dominant. He's so dominant they had to patch him. The running back. You have to get the ball to your running back. No matter what you do, you have to get him the ball. If it's through, throwing it short, through running the ball, you have to get him the ball because he's one of the most dominant players in the game. What do you think are the keys for Oregon?
Yeah, and it's not just Quinshon Judkins for Ohio State. They've got that tandem there with Travion Henderson too as well. So Ohio State, you want to control the clock. For Oregon, for me, it's going to be about that air attack for the Ducks. They got massive playmakers to complement Dylan Gabriel, Tez Johnson, and Evan Stewart lead the way for the receiving corps for the Ducks. So for me, it's going to be about Ohio State controlling the game on the ground. We'll see them start off with a carry here for Travion Henderson. He'll get 5. That's a good start for the Ohio State Buckeyes here.
I agree. I'll say Oregon needs to stop their running game. You have to stop the running game and those receivers. So if I was Oregon, I would try to score. But if I scored, I would make it, slower drives. I wouldn't try to, hurry up and get it because you don't want to get in a shootout with Ohio State with those weapons.
Yeah. Emeka Egbuka leading the way for Ohio State. They'll go over the middle and it's caught. Ohio State down to the 40-yard line. First down for the Buckeyes. G. Scott Jr. Big play here. Big play early on in this one.
He got a pretty good gain on that one. I thought he was going to take it to the house.
Yeah, he almost one broken tackle, and that's all it takes sometimes. Especially on the road for the Buckeyes. You know how hard playing on the road is in this game. For them to get a touchdown early in this one, that's really got to help the confidence for this team. 1st and 10 now. They'll hand it off. And he cuts down the sideline to the right-hand side. Spin move down to the 17-yard line. It's Quinshon Judkins, the gain of 24 on his first carry of the game.
And they say that spin move was passed. It don't look like it. With that move he just made on him.
Yeah, beautiful timing there. Ohio State, a beautiful drive here to start off this game. We have motion, play action, and he's looking to the end zone. He had a man open, but it falls incomplete. The pressure impacted the throw.
That could be huge. That could be huge. He was wide open by himself. Man.
This is one of the moments.
Miss those.
Yeah, later on in the game, if Ohio State can't convert here, get a touchdown, you're going to look at that play later on and say, that's a missed opportunity. It'll be 2nd and 10 now for Will Howard, the senior quarterback. He's back to pass. And he'll scramble to the left. Playmakering receivers down the field. A nice play, and he scrambles down to the 3-yard line. Will Howard managing the receivers, getting himself a nice running lane. And Ohio State has another first down.
That was a great play. I thought he was going to throw it, but when he waited and waited and waited, I'm like, nah, he might run that.
Yeah, he was patient. Very, very great pocket presence there. Escape the pocket. They'll hand off on a stretch run here. And Judkins almost gets in. He's down to the 1.
Hey, my major question is this. Is Ohio State going to go up on the road? Or is Oregon going to have that shutdown defense and say, hey, you better kick this field goal?
Yeah, goal line stand here would be huge for the Ducks. They get one down closer.
Third down and 1. Third down and 1. You gotta get creative and think of something different because that defense is tough.
Yeah, this Oregon defense standing tall at the goal line. We'll see. Ohio State coming out in the pistol. They'll run the option. And Will Howard, it looked like he might have crossed the plane. I throw the flag. They will.
I don't know, man. I don't think he made. I didn't think he made it.
Oh man, I would have.
And he lost a timeout, which is huge.
Man, that could be huge for the 2-minute drill.
That's what I'm saying.
Buckeyes are gonna go for it. I mean, that play was so close. I would have waited to see the replay there because it was so close. But OSU, he was convinced.
What would you do here in this position? Because if I was in this position, I would have gave the ball to my fullback.
Your fullback or one of your 2-star running backs. We'll see what they do here.
Hey,
Howard audibles at the line, and they run commit, and the Oregon Ducks, they get the stop on 4th down. That's a huge play early on in this game for the Ducks.
Yes, it is. Hey, I told you, I would have put one of my running backs at fullback and did the dive play. That's what you have to do. You're at the 1, and I look at it like this. Hey, if I don't get it at the 1, it'd be easier to stop them.
That's kind of what they did on 2nd down too. They kind of should have just stuck with that maybe. But Oregon, the defense, the difference maker early on in this one.
Hey, remember when I told you that pass could be huge? That pass was huge.
Yeah.
Instead of 7, he has 0 right now.
Yeah. And I think if you're Ohio State, you also could have gotten a bit more creative there on the goal line. Maybe do a tap pass or just try throwing the ball. You know, those runs, that's kind of what Oregon expected, you know? And if you want to win these big games, you have to subvert expectation. But look at the Ohio State, the defense for the Buckeyes. 3rd and 5, getting a 3rd down and medium. Getting a stop, getting the ball back to your offense here, that would be a huge confidence booster for Ohio State. Gabriel will come out in the empty set on 3rd and 5.
This is a key play right here, Brett.
Oh, absolutely. He's taking the deep shot, and he has a man. It's caught.
Oh.
30, 20, 15, 10. Nobody ahead of him. It's a touchdown for the Oregon Ducks. A huge play for Dylan Gabriel, and Oregon takes the lead.
Hey, I didn't think he was going to go deep on that. I thought he was going to go underneath to there was a receiver that was open. I thought he was going to him, but he said, "Nah, forget that. I'm going for 6."
He must have had his eyes on that deep shot from early on in the play. He realized he had to step on the corner. 7-0 for the Ducks. Man, what a momentum shift. You think about it, Ohio State, they were cruising. They were cruising on offense. They get down to the goal line, and then just 4 downs. They get stuffed on the goal line, and then their defense comes out, 2 strong downs, 3rd and 5, and then bam, touchdown Ducks. Just absolutely crushing. Pass.
You seen that spiral on that ball?
Oh man, that was a beauty. I thought the receiver might have touched it out of bounds too, but he got the feet down and he accelerated. Like, yeah. And he accelerated for the touchdown. So we'll see how Ohio State responds late here in the first. Howard audibling at the line. We see the stadium pulse up there in the top right. Maximum volume. Oh, look at the routes. All over the place. Flag on the field. It'll be a false start.
Hey, you can't audible with under 7 seconds. You audible around 7 seconds is it's usually an automatic offside. I mean, you know your player's going to jump offside. So
false start, yeah.
It means false start, yeah.
And the pressure getting home for the Ducks. It's Besa getting home for Oregon.
Oregon has the confidence, man. They stopped them at the 1, and they scored a touchdown. And it's very tough to play on the road. Ohio State, you have to understand this. If you get behind, he gets behind 14, man. This game could be over.
Emeka Buka getting his first catch in this one. That's a beautiful, very tight window there. That was almost picked off. Risky throw there from Howard.
It was going to be picked when he threw it.
Look at these press coverage by the Ducks. You got to think, can you get Ibuka a shot play here? Try to get the momentum back.
Remember what I told Coach K? When you playing man like that, you're saying my players are better than yours.
And it's the wheel route. Making moves down the field. First down for Quinshawn Judkins. A gain of 42 on that wheel route play. And a huge first down.
Hey, I'm going to say this. Out of everybody you guarded, you didn't guard the running back. That's the most important position because that's who people are looking for first when they're running man.
Absolutely. You know how much people love wheel routes in this game. And now Ohio State, they're taking another shot down the field, and Howard connects. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Incredible.
And they knock the score, barring the extra point. An excellent response here.
That? What do you think about that pass? Because that was incredible, man.
Oh,
that was an incredible pass.
Just great pocket presence there from Howard. He throws that down the field, connects. 7-7 here. Big drive there for the Buckeyes. It seems like they were about to stall out, just like Oregon. But they moved the chains, and then touchdown. And we see here, you were talking about a shootout. That might just be what we have here.
That might be, but remember this. With college football, it's all about momentum.
Yeah, and we'll see how Ohio State can that defense get a stop. They were playing well until that shot play. We'll see. Does Ohio State, do they try guarding those deep routes? Maybe run a bit more cover 4. We'll see. Gabriel back out there, shotgun set. Motioning out the receiver. And Gabriel throwing little screen. Yeah. To the running back, Jordan James. For a gain of 7.
One thing about college football is they have more. I feel like they have more creativity sometimes in the NFL.
More plays. Just so many things you have to look about. You saw that receiver motioning, and then he made that cut back, but that was a screen play, and we had 2 receivers down the field. Here's another wide receiver screen. They'll get it to Sappington, or not Sappington. That's a kicker. They'll get it to, I think that's Tez Johnson.
Number one.
So now 3rd and short. Do you go to the ground game if you're the Ducks, or do you just keep on chucking it?
I'll run it. I'll look at it like this. If I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve it.
Trust your offensive line to get the job done.
Yeah.
You see Ohio State, seems like they're prepped for it. They'll hand it off. And it's a first down and more.
Oh, he's taking that to the
sideline. Jordan James is in. Touchdown, Oregon Ducks. Another score.
What did I tell you? You run that. I told you. You run that there.
Ohio State, they risked it all, having all those people stacked up at the line. Once Jordan James burst through the O-line there, good blocking, he was gone. Just down the sideline, elite speed, and then just took it to the house. Big response. A lot of big 3rd down plays early on in this game. So now the pressure back on Ohio State. We'll see that stadium pulse back up.
This Big Ten is going to be really interesting this year because you have Michigan out there. Yeah. You got Penn State who's out there also.
Yeah, Penn State scuffling early on in the campaign, but we know the talent that they have with Drew Aller and Nicholas Singleton. They have the potential. We'll see if they can put it together here in the back half of the season.
I agree.
1st and 10, Howard will hand off. And a nice tackle there. Only a gain of 2 for Travion Henderson. 2nd and 8.
I would say as Oregon, your goal is to stop him first and foremost. Because if you can stop him, you make the offense one-dimensional. Yeah. And that makes the game a lot easier. Yeah. That's what I did. That's what I tried to do when I played Alabama. I was like, if the quarterback, if he's going to beat me, he's going to have to beat me with his arm and not running around. And that's how you have to do it. You have to say, hey, you got to beat me a different way. You're not going to beat me with both ways.
Mm-hmm. Scott Jr., the tight end, gets motion to the left. Howard back to pass, looking for that bench route, and it's dropped.
That was a risky pass.
Tough play there for Ibuka to come up with that. And it's 3rd and long. We'll see. This is another big 3rd down. We've seen that's the story in this game. These 3rd down conversions. We'll see what Ohio State can dial up here. Howard gets to the seam early, and it's a 1st down.
Great play. Great tight window throw. Great tight window throw.
Just read that coverage. He knew that he could get it into the seam. And that's exactly what happened. 1st down for Jeremiah Smith, the receiver. And now they'll hand it to the Judkins for 8 yards.
You have to hold your breath every time he gets the ball because he could take it for 6.
Yeah, 4 totes for 32 yards. Honestly, if you're Ohio State, you got to embrace the ground game. 8 yards of carry there. Henderson.
Run it more. Then you run a play action off of it.
Yeah. That. And Judkins loose again. He gets down the sideline, 20, 15, down to the 9-yard line. Another massive run for Quinshawn Judkins, making his impact felt.
One man to beat. That's all he needed was one man. I would have tried to stiff arm him at that point. You have to try to stiff arm or juke or something because it's one man to beat.
Now Ohio, they'll go to the play action. Howard will scramble for around 4 yards. That's the game plan that you and me were talking about. Run the football, power runs, stretch runs to the outside, power runs to the inside, do the play action off of that. And a positive play there in the red zone. It's tough to convert in the red zone. So getting 4 yards there, setting yourself up better for 2nd and 3rd down. That's where you want to be if you're Ohio State.
In the red zone, you have to play power football. Like, you have to give it to your running back. You have to trust him to carry you in there, or you have to, get creative.
It'll be an option play, and there's Travion Henderson for the touchdown. Getting both running backs involved on that drive, and Ohio State responds once again. Another 3rd down conversion and another touchdown. It's 14-14.
Hey, it looks like we're going to have a shootout.
Absolutely. That's what we love to see here in the Coach K Dynasty. We love high-scoring games. We saw the Tennessee Volunteers take part against, I think it was Florida, one of the highest scoring games I've ever seen. Over 130, 140 points in that one. It was like 59 points. Score?
Do you remember the final score of that game?
I'll look it up here. Is on 1st down, Oregon does a little inside zone play for Jordan James. 73-58. Florida beat Tennessee. Just an absolute shootout. I don't know if we'll reach those numbers in this one, but we should still see a lot of points.
Hey, my favorite games are the defensive battles. I like watching those.
Absolutely. There's Tez Johnson once again getting involved. His first catch since his big play on Oregon's first drive.
Because remember, we had that with that Alabama-Georgia game. That was a defensive battle.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Someone's defense
that was a good play.
Nice little read option there. Yeah. Gabriel getting involved on the ground.
He faked me out on the play.
Yeah, I think the difference in this game, it honestly might be that missed throw in the end zone on the first drive for Ohio State. You think if that connects?
I told you that. I was like, man, that could be game changing.
Yeah, it would be 21-14, just like that. Ohio State would be in a good spot. But now Oregon, they get the ball at half, and we'll see if they can control the clock here going into halftime. If they can, they have a chance to go up 28-14, and having the home field advantage, it's going to be tough for Ohio State, but obviously easier said than done. We'll see how Gabriel in this offense can keep driving down the field. They'll go to the out route here. And it's a fumble. The ball is on the ground, and it's picked up by Ohio State. Oh, man, a big turnover in this game. Denzel Burke forcing the fumble.
And you know what's crazy? He had that player that instead of diving on it, he tried to pick it up and run with it. He dove on it, and that would still be their ball.
Oh, man. And here we see, what a little flea flicker here, and it's caught down the field for the touchdown. Oh, man, talk about momentum. The Buckeyes. Touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Will Howard.
I think he was going to be able to get it off at the beginning, because I know a lot of times with that flea flicker, you get sacked before it even gets to the quarterback.
Extra point up and good. Ohio State. Man, oh, man.
Hey, this would be a different game if it was 28-14 now.
Absolutely, but you got to feel a lot better getting that turnover. Turnover is obviously the difference in any big game. Ohio State leads there 1-0. We'll see how that battle plays out the rest of this game.
Man, so you both agree. We're going to have to,
if you're the
14. If I'm the Ducks, here's what I'll do, right? I would score, but with like no time on the clock, because that's what you have to do. You don't want to give Ohio State back the ball with the momentum.
Yeah. You want to take this into the half, 21-21. You can't panic if you're Oregon, because you do get the ball at half. You do have a prolific offense. You got to trust that your defense can figure it out. You try to score here, go into the half, either with 3 points or 7, ideally. You get a touchdown here, but even kicking a field goal, man, that's close for Tez Johnson. I thought he got the first there, but
me too.
Just short.
I thought he got the first. The play he fumbled, the wide receiver fumbled, so I seen the guy brought his user up, right? And I was thinking, okay, I was thinking the Oregon guy would have set a streak to distract him, and then ran his running back underneath for a short pass. That's what I was thinking he would do.
Oh, and it's picked off! Ohio State touchdown! Another turnover. Denzel Burke making another play in this game. Trying to be the defensive player of the week.
He's a playmaker. Caused a fumble,
man.
And now got a pick 6. Man.
That's just a beautiful play there. He was reading that flat route. Jumps in front of it. Nobody in front of him. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And, man, Oregon just kind of falling apart here.
What would you do in this position? Would you just go ahead and kneel it, or would you and run out the clock, or would you just try to score again?
You got to try to put points up if you're Oregon. You still can't panic. You still do get the ball at half. Ideally, you score a touchdown and then another touchdown to open the third quarter, and just like that, we're all tied up. And you still do have the crowd. It's just you can't fall apart anymore. This Oregon offense was so smooth, but that fumble just changed this game. They dump it underneath here.
Man, you both agree. You have to at least get a field goal. You have
Absolutely. Got to get points on the board. And they have the playmakers here, and we see one of them here. First down for Dylan Gabriel. You can chuck it down the field. We know the receivers they have. We know how good they are. It's just a problem of, can you get it to them? You can't be making bad reads. Cannot have another turnover this game. If Oregon has one more turnover, I guarantee you they will not win this game. As we see Gabriel scramble, risky play there, not sliding.
I don't know if we say bad read or we say the corner made a heck of a play.
It was a little bit of both, honestly. Like, I think about it, what are you really gaining out of just checking it down to the flat route there? You're not really getting that many yards anyway. It's far too risky of a throw.
That's true.
29 seconds to go here for Oregon. They do have one timeout still. Gabriel, another thrown to the
They
flats
probably saved
again.
him time. They probably saved him time because if he'd have caught it, the clock would have ran.
Seems like Oregon playing a bit scared. Oregon's playing at their best when Gabriel's been chucking it down the field, and we see a lot of scared throws.
I don't know. I
So
don't know if we stay scared or Ohio State is locking up everything
they
down the
are
field. I don't know. We might have to give props to that Ohio State defense.
a defense. They have certainly. I said earlier, the defense that steps up, they're going to be the ones that they can probably win this game. And we see now first down for the Ducks. They keep the chains moving, and still with that timeout, and obviously the college football clock rules. They have time, but the clock's ticking. 13 seconds left. Another check down here over the middle to Tez Johnson. I would call my timeout here. This is very
so me and you are on the same page. I'd have called my timeout as soon as I'd have got the first, and I would have threw it near the end zone twice. And then if I didn't get it, kick the field goal.
Oregon's indecision here. He might have just lost a whole play because you only have 9 seconds left. You only have one play at the end zone unless you're running like streaks or whatever. 11 seconds versus 9 seconds, that's a huge difference. And the indecision for the Ducks, that can be the difference. We'll see. That's terrible. Terrible.
When he ran spec at the beginning, I thought he was gonna, run different, like send people, through crossers or whatever, but he threw a screen on that one.
Did the Buckeyes call timeout, or did Oregon have 2 timeouts?
No, they had.
Did the Buckeyes call their second timeout with 9 seconds? Was that when they called timeout? I would have let that keep rolling.
That probably what happened.
So Oregon did have the timeout there. I still hate going to the wide receiver screen there. I don't understand what that really accomplishes. You got to take a shot at the end zone. Just a scared play call. You can't be afraid to take a shot, and if it's not there, you just throw it out of bounds, right? You got to give yourself the chance to get the touchdown. I mean, they were right there.
He was running man, so if they're running man, that screen isn't going to really work a lot because they're playing it. Like, everybody's like, hey, this is my guy, this is my guy, this is my guy.
Absolutely. So, Oregon, they take their 3, 28-17 for the Buckeyes. Just what a change of events. And it honestly could be even worse. It could be 35-17 if they were able to convert on that first drive. But, their failure to score there keeps Oregon in this game. And Oregon does get the ball at half, so we'll see. 2-possession game, but they have the ball.
Defense, man. Ohio State's been playing great defense.
They stepped it up after those first 2 Oregon drives. They stepped it up big time. And Ohio State, after getting upset by the Iowa Hawkeyes last week, really with a response here against Oregon. Oregon with the chance to become the number 1 overall team in the country with your South Carolina Gamecocks beating the number 1 Alabama Crimson Tide this week. So that number 1 seed up for grabs.
And I'm gonna say, much respect to Ohio State. It's hard to go into another team's home with that crowd and take a lead and maybe even win it. It's very hard to do.
It's a hostile environment. But Ohio State, they've handled the pressure well, especially after not getting off to the start they would have expected. They've responded in all the right ways. They've gotten the ball to their playmaker running backs, and they've gotten their wide receivers involved as necessary, and Will Howard's made a few scrambling plays of his own. So the Buckeyes pushing all the right buttons here. So we'll see if they can keep that up. Out of the break, third quarter, another wide receiver screen and a missed tackle down the field. For a first down goes Evan Stewart.
Hey, we need to have this conversation. We need to have this conversation right here. If Ohio State wins, who will be the number one team, Michigan or Missouri?
I got to think that Michigan has handled every test they've been dealt, but it could be Mizzou because they've all undefeated. That's where it's tough. And flag on the play here.
That's a late hit.
Oh, that's where we see in college football. That's what makes this game different than Madden. A lot of flags for things that normally wouldn't get flagged in Madden. Holding calls, unnecessary roughness. I've had problems with
Roughing the kicker.
Yeah, I've had problems with
kicker.
I've had problems with punts. When I'm receiving punts, my CPU guys will just go run into their punter and give them a first down. So
let me tell you what I do. I run punt safe. I don't even try to return it because I have a higher chance of running into the punter than running one back for a touchdown.
Absolutely. Punt returns. I haven't returned a punt for a touchdown in so long. It's tough.
See? You might as well. You got to go
safe. Might as well. I'm convinced. Anyways, that flag gives Oregon a lot of yardage. That play to Evan Stewart.
What, the 15 yards?
Flag. Yeah. 10, 15 yards there. So Gabriel, the pressure almost gets home. Jason Moore. Oh man, look at that. Look at that wear and tear. Not minus 19. Minus 19 power move, minus 19. Oh my goodness.
Minus 19 power move, finesse, and block shit. You have to take him out because it says risk of injury high. You have to take him out. It's not worth it to continue to play him this game. You don't want him out for the season.
He's going to play like a third grader out there as we see another big third down conversion here for Tez Johnson and the Oregon Ducks. First down for Oregon. They move the chains.
How do you feel about the wear and tear? Do you usually, when you see a guy start turning yellow, you start getting concerned like, hey, I can't play him as much. I got to, get on the ball or let him play less after that?
I feel like I haven't been as concerned about it. But as there's a touchdown on the out route, Jordan James wear and tear as well. Oregon, a big drive there.
You can't take any hits with him. You can't take any hits with him or he might be done. You see that risk of injury high.
-4 speed already. I mean, it's tough. It's strategic management of your players. I like the new elements involved in this game, as we'll see. I like the call to go for 2 here. Try to make it a 3-point game or a field goal.
Tell you what I do? You need at least 3 good running backs.
And they'll get it to the wheel route, and he's in. The 2-point conversion is good for Oregon.
Hey, you need 3 good running backs because, that wear and tear feature, hey, you lose one of them, you need 2 other good ones. So that makes a difference.
That's where Ohio State is such a tough team to beat because you might think that you won the game because Judkins has his wear and tear and he might be out, but just like that, you got TreVeyon Henderson coming in, and it certainly doesn't make it any easier playing against him. So, we'll see how Ohio State manages their running back duo as we go here into the latter half of the third quarter. I love coming out here in this power set. Continue to establish the ground game, chew that clock, limit the possessions. They'll stretch it to the right.
I would have had to go deep. You got that receiver one-on-one. I would have had to go deep on him. He's one-on-one. I would have to take my chances.
That would be subverting expectation. That you got to trust that your receiver out there, more than likely Emeka Egbuka, one of the best receivers in the country, that he gets the job done. But
you have to take that chance because you might not get that chance again.
Oregon, this press coverage, I don't know if I like that. Ohio State can win off the line here. We'll see.
I like the aggressiveness. You're like, hey, we're going to get in your receiver faces. You need to do, see? See, that's why I said I like the aggressiveness. You're like, hey, I'm getting your receiver phases. Like you got to make a read now. It's
Yeah,
nothing. It's
and
nothing easy.
it was the right read, but just yellow throw, not even pressure, just inaccurate, and that's what we see in this game too. That's different when compared to Madden. In Madden, it's just like it's so easy to let these throws get made in college football, especially with the stadium pulse. You know, we see a lot more yellow throws. Once again, a big third down conversion, and he's down the sideline 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Buckeyes.
Hey, look at
Howard.
how quickly the game can change, man. He said, "I'm taking this to the house."
Jeez, third down conversions just for both teams. It's like they're not even trying, and then third down comes around, bam, touchdown, bam, 50-yard gain. Just shocking outcome after shocking outcome here in this one, and here with 3:10 to go in the third already, two
Hey,
touchdowns in under 2 minutes.
the question is going to be, who can stop the other in third down? That's what the new question is going to become because of all these third down conversions.
Absolutely. I mean, this Oregon defense has done absolutely nothing. Besides their goal line stand in the first quarter, they've been totally useless. Just they need to get a takeaway or something, steal a possession. We see Oregon going back to the screen here. Gabriel will get it to Trayshawn Holden, their third receiver. They got
We
their
see a
two
lot of
studs.
short. We're noticing a lot of short passes with Oregon, not as
Absolutely.
many down the field.
Yeah, they had that deep play to Tez Johnson on their first drive, but ever since then they've kind of been a lot more methodical. But it's been working. 25 points on the board, and they're on the road to some more. So can't
And the
complain
question
if
is,
you're the Ducks.
when does time become an issue? Slowly getting the ball down the field.
I don't think you're worrying about the clock yet. This is still the third quarter. You still got 7.5 minutes in this game. I wouldn't be worried about pushing the ball downfield just yet. You got to play your offense, move the sticks, hit the open man. You can't be worried about getting chunk plays. You got to worry about scoring points, and then you got to trust your defense and just your
Another
user.
question is, it's a 10-point game, and Ohio State what if Ohio State? My question is, what if Ohio State runs a good amount of time? So now you're down 10, with 2 minutes instead of down 10 with 2 minutes in the third, 2 minutes in the fourth. That then you have to panic. So you need at least one quick one. You have to play defense, and then you can slowly get it
Yeah,
down because that time becomes an issue
yeah.
eventually down the line.
Here, another big third down here, and another conversion. Man, oh man, these third down conversions just over and over again. Ohio State, they dialed up the pressure there on third, but Kobe was ready, gets it away for the first.
Jason got hurt again. Remember what I was saying? You got to take him
Wear and
out.
tear. The wear and tear. We see a little tap pass, flicks it out to the running back. Only
I don't
gets
think
2
I've ever
yards
seen
there.
that play.
I have never seen that in my life, but it's kind of creative, and honestly, it could have worked out. I would have cut to the left a bit more instead of going up the middle, trying to see if you can get that one-on-one out in space, get a little juke going.
But remember,
But
your running back has -3 speed now, so
yeah,
he'll have the same type of speed and move around and everything. That's why you have to be careful.
Gabriel, risky throw there on second down. Jason Moore, he's out. Out. No more Jason Moore in this game for the Buckeyes. We'll see. Here's another big third down. Third down and 8 once again.
Will
I
Ohio
wonder.
State stop them, or will Oregon convert again?
We'll see what Ohio State dials up here. Seems like they're sending pressure once again. And I like it. You just got to hope that your pass rush can win sometimes. And you got to limit the time for Oregon to make decisions, get Kobe under some pressure. But he backs out of it. He'll check it down, 4th and 4. decision time here. It seems like you got to go for it. I think. I mean, this would be a tough. This would be a tough field goal to make, and you're at the point where if you go for it and miss, Ohio State's not. They don't have excellent field position, so you got to trust that your offense can go out here and convert.
Yeah, you have to go for it because you're down 10, and field goals aren't like Madden.
I mean, technically, if you hit the field goal, it's a one possession game, but it's tough, especially in this game from this far out. It's tough if you don't have one of the best kickers. So we'll see. 4th down and 4, the pressure on its way, and the Oregon receiver Ferguson holds.
The tight end.
Yeah, the
tight end made a heck of a catch. I thought he was going to drop it.
Terrence Ferguson holds on there on 4th down. I thought he was going to drop it too. Gabriel, that's a good job of him standing tall in the pocket, making the read. And now they go back to the screen game. A lot of short throws here. Jordan James getting involved once again. A lot of wear and tear for the Oregon running back, Jordan James. Now they're back out in the gun.
That's why recruiting is so important. You have to have multiple players at every position.
They'll hand it off to Jordan James, and he says the wear and tear isn't an issue. He takes it for 6.
Hey, you see him in that dancing in the end zone. He said, hey, wear and tear where?
Yeah, he had the burst out of the gate there. Just he looked like he had some fresh legs there. And that's a big touchdown. Big conversions on that drive. That 3rd down conversion, that 4th down conversion, and there's the flag running into the kicker. So
remember what I told you.
Yeah,
I don't even try to block field goals anymore. I'm more worried about getting that penalty. Because I actually had teams miss, but I was trying to get the block and I was trying to get the block and they'll run into the kicker, so I don't even try to go for field goal blocks anymore. I just, play it safe.
I mean, here, it doesn't really matter. You're kicking off anyway. It doesn't – if it's one of those plays where you get a flag and then you could run a 2-point conversion from the 1, then it's a bit different. But here, they just kick it off. Touchback for the Buckeyes.
That's true. Think about it like this. What if the person misses and says you ran into the kicker, now they get another opportunity?
Yeah. If you're missing extra points, though, then, yeah.
Hey, it's happened.
You got bigger problems to worry about, but...
Hey, I've missed a few. I missed like 1 or 2 before.
That's fair. You don't want to give your opponent extra opportunities to get points on the board. We'll see. Now Ohio State back out on offense. If you're the Ducks, your defense needs to stand tall. You need to get a stop here. Your defense has just been shredded all game. Let's call it how it is. They've been horrible. Bad defensive play by the Ducks, but it's the 4th quarter, and in 4th quarter, big time players make big time plays. We'll see. Can Oregon get some kind of takeaway here? Or will Ohio State, will they continue to make plays? I think if you're Ohio,
the first quarter stop, but we have to see them get some more of those.
And I love the play call here to go to Judkins. If you're Ohio State, what I'm doing, I'm throwing that chew clock on and I'm rolling that clock down. I'm limiting the time in this game. I'm trusting that my offense can get down the field, but that's not what he's going to do. He's going to keep on
2 good running backs.
Keep on passing. Yeah.
I have 2 good running backs. I'm running it till you stop me. He's 7 for 86.
Yeah.
He's averaging, he's averaging what, 10 yards a carry, somewhere around there? You have to continue to give him the ball.
And that's just...
He's averaging over 10 yards a carry. He's averaging, 11 and something, 11, almost 12. So you have to continue to keep running the ball. I'll say, hey, stop me. My running back he would have got 20 carries this game. How he's running.
Judkins has been playing excellent. Travion Henderson's been good as well. I'd keep getting the ball to them, but it seems he wants to throw this football here. He doesn't want to milk the clock. He does not care. I think that's a decision that could come back to haunt OSU. And that wheel play, hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Third down and long once again.
And if he doesn't score, we have to talk about, hey, why he didn't run the ball more. Your running back is doing what he's doing. You got to run that.
Yeah. And it's not
Like,
just
I would have
about
ran
that.
it on first and second down, and then I would have used third down to throw it.
If you need to use third down, you could have gotten it there, and man, all day in the pocket, and he gets it off to Judkins. Just an absolute marvelous play by Quinshon Judkins down to the 8, making moves to get down the sideline. Juke spins. He can do it all.
And he said, forget running it to him. Handing it to him. I'm going to throw it to him. Let him do what he do.
Little option play. Howard, risky play there. He could have fumbled, but he hangs on to the ball.
Hey, I'm going to say this. I'm not a huge fan of running a speed option because if your quarterback gets hit, it can mess up your whole season on that play because a lot of times
Injuries.
you have to take a hit to pitch it.
Oh, and it's touchdown on
Henderson,
for Henderson, his second touchdown of the game.
You got two good running backs. You need to get that ball.
The running back duo just was all of Ohio State's offense that drive, and man, oh man, another huge third down conversion. You got to run clock. You got to run clock because what if you get a fumble or something happens and now Oregon gets the ball back? You got to run. I would have ran it down even more. You got two good running backs. You got to run clock. Yeah, if he had 2 clock on, he probably could have gotten it under 3 minutes. Maybe to the warning, honestly, but
probably 2.
He was more concerned with scoring, and to be fair, he did score. So I can't fault him too much. So we'll see how Oregon can respond. A little out route here. He gets out of bounds. That's a beautiful play there for Johnson. Man, he's having an excellent game. Tez Johnson, 7 catches for 168 yards and a score.
Yeah, he came to play today.
Now another first down play. Little screen there.
I would say he's run that play about 3 or 4 times. You have to eventually catch on to it when that receiver runs in motion and that running back runs out for that screen. You have to catch on to it eventually.
It's also the play call limit, so if it has been ran 4 times, then he can't run it anymore. So another wide receiver screen, just screens all day.
He'd run that play like 2-3 times. It's the same stack, and then you throw that little screen to the wide receiver.
Yeah. Just screens to the running back. Jordan James getting involved. He's having a monster game. Tez Johnson, Evan Stewart. Here we see a first down carry for the Ducks. That might have been the backup. It seems the backup's in. That might be Noah Whittington. Another screen here. Man, oh man. Just screens, runs. I feel like you got to be a bit more aggressive and try pushing this ball down the field, but I mean, the clock is ticking. You can't be too complacent.
You both agree. You have to eventually let it fly and get a deep, because if Ohio State gets the ball back, they can run the clock out.
Yeah. Oregon only 2 timeouts, so I don't know when they used that third timeout earlier in this half, but they don't have it anymore. So 3rd and 2 now for the Ducks.
Remember what I said? I was like, "Could time become an issue?" You're like, "Man, I don't know." Well, it could be now.
They're using a ton of time here, and another screen. 4th and 2. I don't know. I might kick my field goal here. Honestly, just make it a 1-score game. You need a turnover. So, I mean,
So you get the field goal and then you score the touchdown because you have to get the ball. You have to get the ball back anyways.
You're in field goal range. Like, you can definitely kick it.
And it's straight. It's straight on. So
they're gonna go for it.
Chances.
4th and 2. Gabriel back to pass, throwing it to the out route there, and it's caught. A big first down for Tez Johnson once again for the Ducks.
He said, I'm going to my guy. You all haven't been able to stop him all game.
Just Oregon, you can tell their scheme.
Hey, what
Screens,
type of
out
fake
routes.
is that?
It's another dump off here, and that'll take it to the 2-minute warning. That's huge. You don't get that stoppage of clock. And I don't like that at all. It might force you into kicking an onside kick if you're the Ducks, only having 2 timeouts. So we'll see. But if you could get a touchdown here, it definitely makes things a lot easier. Oh man. I don't know why you're running the football there. I don't like that play call at all.
Well, his running back has been breaking long ones. So we can't say that, why you're running, because, he's, short on time anyways. So you're like, you know what, let me try that. Okay, twice.
Man.
I don't know about running it twice.
That's questionable. You got to kick your field goal here. Get the
the first one I gave him a I let it slide, but that second time I don't think it was worth it.
They will try for 3.
He might as well kick the field goal back there then, because you use way more time, and it's a harder kick to me because you have to position it better.
All right, get the ball out. Come on, let's get this field goal made. There we go. Oregon makes it a 1-possession game. You gotta go for the onside
kick it.
So
if you had a kick there earlier, you could have possibly played the time, but now you got an onside kick at 100%.
Yeah. If you could score before the warning with that field goal, then you can kick it away and get a 3 and out, try to get the ball back. But, to be fair, we'll see. The kick's away. Ohio State recovers it. And now this game is within reach.
Hey, I think he's been listening to us. He got in tight. He looks like he might be running the ball. He's getting in a tight formation.
You got to run the ball now. Put it on conservative. I love that. You got to reduce your risk of fumbling. You get 1 first down, this game's over. We see a run commit from the Ducks, but Judkins still gets 5 yards. He's just so electric on the ground. Absolutely.
Oregon only has 2 timeouts?
Yeah, I was mentioning that on offense for the Ducks.
Oh, wow.
They only have. I don't know when they use that 3rd timeout, but that's huge.
I didn't know either. But now that's huge. That's huge right there.
We'll see. Judkins and first down for the Buckeyes.
Game's over at that point.
You gotta just take a couple kneels, and they're gonna win it. Man, oh man, an absolute shootout in this one. But the difference, those 3rd down conversions for the Buckeyes, Oregon just could not get a stop in this one.
It's incredible.
They pull away a big win after getting upset by the Hawkeyes. The Ohio State Buckeyes, they respond 42-35. Your final in this one.
Will Howard is the player of the game.
Yeah. Will Howard, I would have given it to Judkins, but Will Howard, he was making throws all game too on those 3rd and longs. So just an absolute good game all around. Good
Ohio
offense.
State going into Oregon and beating the Ducks.
Yeah, and I think the diversity in the Ohio State play calling, I think, made the difference. We saw Oregon was running a lot of the same play calls, and Ohio State, they got a couple of takeaways, and the takeaways, that fumble, the fumble that Ohio State recovered just changed the momentum, and they did not look back. So Oregon falls to 5-1. We'll see.
Incredible game.
They'll still be in the top 10 of the rankings, though, and Ohio State, they'll rise. They might be in the top 5 following a big win at number 2 Oregon.
Hey boys, how you doing?
Just had a good game.
Yeah, well, you better believe it was a good game, man. Holy smokes, 2 top teams playing, and One thing I'll say is that, this is going to be a competitive league to the end, man. Top 12 seeds in the playoffs. Remember, top 4 seeds are reserved for the SEC winner, the ACC winner, Big 10, Big 12 winner. Right now, those seeds are Alabama, Oregon.
Alabama just lost, so.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Alabama. Well, that is true. So we are going to see Georgia may retake it. Maybe Money Man, you, South Carolina, maybe you're going to jump all the way up there.
That's possible.
I'm excited to see what happens. Now, I play Georgia Tuesday night primetime, so, I'm going to control my own destiny there at home. Good old hook 'em horns. We got to get it done at home against Georgia.
You got a tough one.
Yeah, not to mention I got to play Florida as well. This schedule has been no joke for me. We got to play Florida. We got to play Georgia. I got to play you, Brett, Arkansas on the road.
Do we play?
Unfortunately, not, Money Man. I'm kind of glad.
Maybe in the SEC title game.
We could if I went out, Money Man, maybe.
Or playoffs.
Oh, playoffs. You talk about playoffs. I'm just trying to win a game.
So I got a question here because we have J-Cam in the call.
Oh shit!
Seeing your Big Ten rivals go at it. What are your takeaways from that game?
I got one thing to say. Number one. It's the Great Lake State.
Damn.
Michigan.
Damn, Michigan's got first place, dude.
All right. Hey, he's going to be salty if they let Missouri jump him.
I'd be worried.
Maybe.
We saw Ohio State had a great performance, so we'll see in rivalry week, Michigan and Ohio State go at it. I don't know if you play Oregon, but do you know? Do you play Oregon on your schedule?
Do I play Oregon? Yes, I do. Actually,
You got matchups between
Wow.
Oregon and Ohio State.
In 2
Good
weeks.
luck, brother.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Do you play USC?
How about Missouri?
Because they're going to be tough, too.
Holy smokes! How about Missouri? They're going to give you
I
a.
play Missouri.
Good. Let them battle it out.
Shoot.
Oh, I got Michigan last game of the season.
Holy
Wow.
shit, dude!
That's
You know
good.
what, dude? I'm chilling out because literally I play people in front of me here. I play all these guys in front of me, man. I play Oklahoma, I play Arkansas, I play Georgia, Florida. I'm gonna hopefully beat them all.
Hey, I guess you're going to root for me against Missouri?
Yes, I am. Yes, sir.
Because I play somebody else tough this week. Well, the week coming up.
Yeah, I'm going to go and end the stream here, guys, and I really appreciate you guys. But, what a great game that was as we are inching closer to postseason football. And, of course, tomorrow, gentlemen, what's tomorrow?
Madden football.
That's right, man. Madden football coming to a screen near you tomorrow. Holy smokes.
Yeah. Hey, these primetime games, a lot of them have been close. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
This playbook is the most off meta. I didn't know what to do. I promise.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you guys right now, those 12 playoff teams are gonna be no joke. If you make those top 12, there's 32 teams. If you're top 12, NFL is top 14 because it's 7 from each conference. But if you make the playoffs, you are the best 12 in the league.
We saw the first five.
Hey, I'll say this, though. It depends because if you're in the SEC, in the Big Ten, in the ACC, if somebody makes it from another conference, it's like, did you get lucky? You ain't have to play all the big dogs?
Oh, yeah, the big dogs, SEC. Man, it's a bloodbath. Dude, I don't even want to be part of that in real life, bro. Trust me,
the Big Ten is tough too, man. Look at the Big Ten.
It is. Big Ten.
Elite offensive play, man.
Yeah.
The first 5 primetime games go to the home team, but we see the last 2, the away team. coming in and pulling up a stunner.
Well,
So
dude,
see.
I'm going to say this much, and I got to get going here for dinner plans with my buddy AJ. We're having steak night over at actually Longhorn Steakhouse, my local Texas Longhorns. But,
Nice.
yeah, so, the thing I'll say real quick, though, is Tuesday night, Georgia coming to Texas Memorial Stadium, man. I'm excited to see what happens. I mean, if we got to, win that game, I mean, shit. We have a chance to give Georgia their second loss, which who knows? They could even go to 3 losses. I mean, we're at the point now where 3 losses, you're like fringe in, fringe out, depending on who your losses were against. So,
Yeah, I told you I'm commentating that one.
yeah, money, man. You'll probably be there, man, Tuesday night.
Yeah, I told you I was like, yo, primetime game, I'm commentating, and it's Tuesday, so I'll be there.
Oh, yeah, you will. You'll be tailgating for it with a 12-ounce. All right, boys, I'm out of here, man. You guys take care. Great game.
Later.
Well done.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Good
Bye,
game.
boys. Bye-bye.